Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Microsoft Pulse. It's the TamTom show today. Jennifer is putting out fires, and so is Adam. So we're going to take you through the roadmap. We'll take you through what's in development, what's rolling out, and what I couldn't remember rolling out to save
How
my
many
life.
times have we done this?
I know, 160.
Maybe 161.
161.
Yes.
So we'll be doing in development, rolling out, and then launched, and then we have just one thing in canceled. So Tom, why don't you get us going with what's in development?
Sounds good. I will do that. So, a couple things at the top of the list that I will talk about. Microsoft 365, the new look of Excel, PowerPoint, and Word Web. Um, they basically have refreshed looks that are providing a simpler, more consistent, or I'm sorry, more coherent experience that lets you focus more easily on your work. It doesn't show us what that means or how it's going to look, but it's due in May. So um, if you happen to open Excel or PowerPoint or Word sometime in May, you may find that all of a sudden
On
things
the
look a
web.
little different on the web. Yes, the web version. Um, just keep in mind as you're looking at this is definitely more coherent. It said so. The other one, and this one could be interesting, kind of. Microsoft Teams, avatars for Microsoft Teams. Avatars for Microsoft Teams gives you that much needed camera break while still allowing you to collaborate effectively. You can
But they
add a
don't
new,
have pants.
but they don't have pants. You can add a new layer of choice to your meetings and represent yourself the way you want with customizable avatars and reactions. Now, I'm guessing that as opposed to all the stuff they were talking about where you've got these legless things floating around the screen, I read it more as, hey, you're not seeing me on camera right now, you're seeing my avatar. So maybe it's just my avatar from like, the chest up. Um, okay. It'll be interesting to see it. It's due in May.
I
Um,
don't see what the big deal is. You either have a picture or you have a camera.
yeah, and depending on how your corporate culture is,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how well avatars are going to go over, and I can see some people pushing the edges of avatars. Um, Depends on how they let you generate your avatars. If it's just
Right.
like, here's the body, here's skin tone, here's hair, that may not be bad, but it's like, I look like a monster beast, that may be drawing the line. So keep your eye open for that. I'll definitely be looking for it myself and be playing with it to see exactly what that means, because perhaps my avatar will actually then smile on a consistent basis instead of my resting grumpy face, which you often get when you're looking at me on video. So, this could be good for me. We'll see. Tamara, you want to throw out a couple and then we can come back to me?
Sure. Outlook, Bookings with Me. So, Bookings with Me is a streamlined personal version of Microsoft Bookings that serves as a personal scheduling page that integrates with the free busy information on your Outlook calendar. We're going to be removing the preview tag and making it generally available. Bookings with Me will be available in Outlook on the web and the new Outlook for Windows. That's coming out in April. I think that's their answer to find time.
Yeah.
You can put out, hey, if you need help, go ahead and schedule time with me.
Right.
So I think that is interesting. And then also, we have virtual appointments app for the GCC. So the virtual appointments app provides a single location where professionals and administrators can create and manage scheduled and on-demand virtual appointments in Microsoft Teams, view valuable appointment insights and analytics, and get real-time status updates in a queue view and send appointment reminders. This virtual appointments sounds an awful lot like bookings to
It
me.
does. It does.
And I'm wondering if for the higher level of security in GCC, GCC High, and DoD, if they had to rewrite bookings into this virtual appointments. But that's just me guessing.
Yeah. When I looked at it, I'm like, Don't we already have that? But
Mhm.
you could be right. That would make sense, especially since it's targeting GCC rather than, worldwide. So
And then the
cool.
one I'm most excited about, I will tell you the one I'm most excited about.
Tell us, Tamara.
Planner, task email notification for GCC and DoD. It used to be that you could have a planner, you could assign people to it, but nobody knew they were assigned to it unless they went into the planner and went to assign to me. This will actually email them the information about the task and a link to the task. I am so excited. This actually makes Planner usable
Oh,
in GCC and DoD.
yeah. I had to laugh when I saw that one because I highlighted it as one I might cover, knowing full well that I would get in trouble if I did,
Yes,
because that was going to be yours.
yes.
And just having listened to you present in the past and you talk about that, it's like, yes, Microsoft is aware of this. They've been working on it for 2 years. One of these years we might get it. Well, you finally got it.
I know, I'm so
Yes, I thought you would be.
excited.
There's only
Let's move.
one.
You
Oh,
got one more
yeah, there was only one more I was going to bring up.
in development?
In development, yes. And this one kind of threw me when I first read it. It's Microsoft Teams automatically view up to 9 videos 3 by 3 in Teams meetings in Chrome and Edge. And I'm like, "Mm, kind of think we can already do that, but I think it's for like team room meetings. It says Microsoft
Mm,
Teams meetings currently support a maximum of 4 videos on the screen by default on web browsers. So maybe it is just web browsers. With this update, users will be able to automatically see up to 9 on Chrome and Edge with their screens by default without an explicit action. I could be wrong. I was thinking that it's like this is just the interface for Microsoft Teams rooms.
mm,
But no, maybe it's the fact that if you're using the web-based version of Teams, you never had quite that, 7 by 7 see everything in the world video thing. So
mm.
anyway, if you want to see more videos and you're using Teams in the web in May, you very well could be seeing those.
Great. Let's move on to rolling out. I'll take
Okay,
the first one.
I thought you would.
Microsoft Teams video filters in Microsoft Team meetings. Video filters are going to allow participants in Teams meetings to augment their video stream with visual effects. I'm sorry. All I
Ooh.
can see are lightsabers. Yes, and explosions. The effects are provided by app developers on the Teams platform. So one of the things, and that's due out in March, which is quickly coming to a close. And there is, what is it called? There is a setting under device settings in Teams meeting called soft focus.
Oh yeah, that one's cool.
So I can turn this to a soft focus. It makes me very blurry,
No, it gives you a gauzy effect.
a gauzy
A
effect.
gauzy effect. It's like
Oh, here
put
we go. That
somebody put
erases all the
Vaseline.
features on my face.
Yeah, they put Vaseline on the lens, so we don't see lines, we don't see imperfections.
Exactly. So this is come on. This is just me. And this is me with a soft focus.
This is her without makeup and her with makeup.
Yeah. I look like a cartoon character. I'm like,
Maybe this is what the avatar thing's going to be.
look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? I look
Oh
like a
god,
Disney character.
Disney's going to sue us now.
I didn't do 18 bars. You can do up to 18 bars without having to get the rights.
You would know that.
I would know that. Hence all the
Okay.
pictures on the back of the wall. What do
Hence all
you
the
got,
pictures on the
sir?
back of the walls. I've only got one that I want to bring up because the whole rolling out was kind of meager this particular
Mm-hmm.
week. Microsoft Teams support for targeted release. So Microsoft Teams is always kind of run on its own schedule for updates. It doesn't follow, like Word and Excel and all these other things. But What they're now doing is Microsoft Teams will support targeted release. When an admin sets release preferences to one of the targeted release options, those users will be the first to see the latest updates and help shape the product by providing early feedback. You can choose to have individuals or the entire organization receive updates early. So, again, if you like to live on the bleeding edge of team stuff, you're now going to be able to do that with the targeted release stuff coming out. And it's always good, probably, to get some of your more advanced users into a
Or your
program like that,
champions.
or your champions, yeah, because they can go out there and find the new stuff, which they're probably thrilled to death to play with, and they'll find things that aren't working quite right or that break
Mm-hmm.
dramatically before the rest of your company does. So that's always a good thing to run with.
Great. Why don't you take us into launch, Tom?
Yeah, you gave me something that just like there's not a whole lot of anything here.
There are
There's only
three
three
things in
items.
launch.
And they're all things I would normally wouldn't talk about. So, real high
No.
level overview here. Microsoft Viva Connection support for iOS tablet. So, if you're using Viva Connections and you've got a tablet like an iPad, you're now going to be able to use that on that device. And this is launched. All these are launched, so you should have them. Second one is Microsoft Purview data loss prevention support for complex conditions. And this is something that was targeted for DoD, GCC, and GCC High. You'll be able to create complex conditions while configuring your Microsoft Purview data loss prevention policy. You'll be able to create conditions with and or combinations and do like A and B or C. So if you need those kind of conditions for what you're looking for data loss prevention in the government clouds, you now have it. And Microsoft Edge version 111, enhanced security mode improvements.
I think that's
Bleh.
enough said about that because, quite
Yeah,
frankly, the description does not tell you anything.
yeah,
Enhanced
well,
security mode will support WebAssembly for Mac OS 64 and Linux 64. Additional cross platform ARM 64 support is expected in the future. I'm like, what?
huh? What? Huh?
And then we only have one and canceled, and that's a Microsoft Purview compliance portal. Audit support for customer key. This feature is postponed indefinitely. Given the sensitivity of the audit log data, many organizations want additional layers of protection, including encryption. Microsoft Purview customer key allows organizations to use their own keys, giving them control over their encryption. With this update, admins would have had the ability to encrypt their audit log data using a customer key, but since it's indefinitely postponed, they can't.
I wonder if you were going to change the wording on the fly there. Very good.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Is there
Uh,
anything you want to add, sir?
nope. Keep an eye open, like we talked about last week. Copilot is really huge in terms of what Microsoft's doing. I will admit there's a certain cynical side of me that says, yeah, and when they've been excited about a lot of things, we don't hear about them, like, SharePoint Spaces, virtual augmented reality. I'm like, yeah, that's going nowhere, and that's pretty much exactly where it's gone. But Copilot being able to allow people to get AI assisted things, some of the demos I've seen are like, whoa, this is really cool. Um, I think the big thing's going to be is how do they roll it out licensing wise, and how do they roll it out pricing? I would love
Mhm.
to see some level of, hey, you've got, and I'll just say because we're in E5, I would love to see them go, hey, you're in E5, you can do this much with it, or we'll allow you to do this chunk of stuff with it. Because I think once you have a chance to play with it, you're going to find that there are some things that will greatly assist people who have to do some things that can be kind of laborious or
Mhm.
repetitive. It's important enough that I just saw in an email coming out today about Microsoft's conference, the M365 conference down in Vegas in May. They have opened up a whole track on Copilot.
Yeah.
So they are pushing this really heavy. And my feeling is that this is one of those brand new things, which is actually going to make a difference
I think
and
it's going to
people are
change
going
the
to
way
use.
we work
It will.
and live.
Yeah, it will. So keep an eye open for that space if that's something you're interested in.
It's the beginning of the robot revolution.
I, for one, welcome my master overlords. But with that, no, I don't have anything else to add.
All right. Well, that was a brilliant way to end the Microsoft Pulse episode
Thank you.
161. All right, everybody, have a great day and join us next week when we'll be looking at a new roadmap.
162.
162. All right. Thanks so much.
Bye, everyone.
Bye now.